That didn't work. There's my microphone. So I said, good evening, everybody. No, it is not September 4th, and my stream deck is not working. We're on tonight for not the happiest reasons at all. Unfortunately, yesterday we lost Boyd, or if you know him by TrekWorks. He's unfortunately no longer with us, which just really sucks. So I figured I'd jump on here real quick for a little while, and we can remember Boyd and all the things that that he did. He brought a lot of us back into the hobby. I was still in the hobby, but watching Boyd actually got me back into sci-fi, which was my first love as a kid, building Star Trek kits and all that other good stuff. So now Boyd's up there watching over all of us and making sure that we're building and doing what we should be doing. It's a very, very big loss. I know we've had other losses in the community of people we all loved and cared about, but this one's an extremely big one. Boyd was just an amazing guy. I remember starting to watch him, and he was still at his little table that we all had as kids, and ate our TV dinners off of in front of kids, doing a little unboxing and stuff like that, and then progressing with the videos. And I don't know about you guys, with Boyd and certain other people, like I don't care about like movie stars or anything like that, but when I first started, joining Boyd's live streams and all that other stuff, I was intimidated because Boyd did his thing. He did really great work, so I was always intimidated to talk in the chat and stuff like that. But I finally started talking in there, and Boyd was awesome. He saw my channel. I was a tiny channel at the time, and he started pushing the channel, and telling everybody about Hobby Link International, or actually at that time Sci-Fi Fantasy and all that good stuff. So he was always pushing. And when he finally didn't do live streams anymore, he actually gave me a call and was thanking me for doing live streams and giving you guys a place to hang out. And that's kind of why I was able to take the summer off, because it had to only be a few weeks ago, that I talked to Boyd on the phone. And he was so excited about the live streams coming back and builds that he was going to do. And we were talking about 3D printing. I didn't realize, I seen him do, the Jeepers Creepers truck 3D built on the channel. And I didn't realize how much he was into 3D printing. And we were talking about that, all the crazy stuff we can get with that, and how much more stuff he's going to print up and build. And, it was always nice talking to Boyd on the phone. And he always made you feel, special and stuff. And actually, when he was going through his cancer, and I was telling him what was going on with, because my dad had the colon cancer, and what was going on with me. And he's like, you better go get, he's kind of put me in my place. I better go get all my stuff done. But it's just so sad. I really thought he had it all beat, and we were going to get to see him during the summertime. And unfortunately not. It is very sad. Boyd was a beast, could build excellent with pretty much any size. Yeah, Boyd was the man. I was rewatching his 1537 Katinga build when I was doing my kit last year. Probably have it in the paint shop garage sometime in the month. Pretty cool. So sad. He was very talented. I learned a lot watching his videos. Condolences to his family. Yes, I definitely learned a ton of stuff from Boyd. Just watching him, seeing what he's doing. It was helped me out with electronics and certain painting things, and it was just always fun to watch his videos. And then he had, I don't know if you guys ever caught it, he had started another channel for the Titanic, and I loved watching those videos too. And we got on the subject of that because Kelly just walked through, and she is a huge Titanic fan, and we got talking about that, and he loved Jaws, and when he built the Quint's pickup truck, I was telling Kelly about that, and they both loved Jaws and stuff like that. Boyd inspired and influenced all that was the meaning of model building and help with tips and ideas to help the community. Yes, he definitely will be. He will be missed greatly. Who's not gone but not well? Let's do one of these before the after. Let's celebrate some of the elders and mentors with future episode segments or something else. It's not really. He was. I would have to say he was the biggest mentor to most of us. Like the other bigger channels, I really don't watch that much, and I couldn't even think of who else he had. He and I had some long talks about the show he was wanted to do. Absolutely, yeah. We were talking about that, and he actually, when he got the cancer, not a lot of people knew. He only called, he only called a few people, and he called me one night, and I'm expecting we're going to talk about, something model related or 3D printing or something like that, and then he got into about that he had the cancer, and I was strong during the conversation. Then I went up and told Kelly that Boyd had cancer, and I was crying like a baby that he had cancer and didn't want anything to happen to him. But yes, we were talking about that again, about getting the show going, and he was apologizing to me that he couldn't do the show because logistics and stuff and the sickness he had. And I was like, Boyd, the show doesn't matter. The show didn't matter. We can do that at any point. The main thing was him getting well, and shows can come and go. Really didn't make a difference, but he was such an incredible dude, so nice and kind, and if I never liked calling him to bug him, so I'd shoot him a quick text, and he's like, I can't talk about this on text, so he'd call me with some painting things I was having trouble with. But it was always, like I said, nice talking to Boyd. Great guy, smart guy. It's funny because when I would talk to him on the phone, like you never heard it in a video, like you never ever hear Boyd curse in a video. But when we were talking certain things subjects that I won't bring up here, he was talking about, it's like, oh damn, Boyd dropped the F-bomb. It wasn't expecting that, but he made me laugh. He was definitely a good dude, and I thank him for everything he did for me and the channel and everything. And are we doing any help with his kit collection? I have no idea what his wife is going to handle all of that. I want to text her back because I don't know. I know we did the fundraiser for Boyd's cancer treatments, which went very well, but I don't know if they're all right with the funeral arrangements and all that, if they have to dip into anything. So we can do it on the side on our own, like a GoFundMe to just get some cash up to send over to his wife to help with funeral arrangements and all that other good stuff that goes along with this. It's just a pain in the neck. It's never a good thing. Like I said, his videos and his messages were absolutely, they were. He just told you like it was. About 10 years ago, some of us from SFMA met down in Houston to see the Galileo Shuckraft. We all had a great time, and it was really fun to hang out with Boyd and some of the guys. That was the one thing that that upsets me. I never got to meet Boyd in person. Plenty of chit chat on YouTube, plenty of texts and calls and all that good stuff. And that's one of the things that he said. He kept saying is like, dude, I can't wait to meet you in person. I can't wait to meet you in person. And I never got the opportunity to meet him in person. After losing my daughter and then my relationship at the time, I felt like I was in a bubble in the world apart from me. His sci-fi model action form burst that bubble. Yeah, he brought a lot of us back into the hobby, and just his ways were very helpful. It's just always very calm and even keeled. And if I was bored or if I didn't know something, or usually the first videos I would go to is Boyd to go watch him, and I never missed a video of Boyd's, even if it was something that he was building that I wasn't interested in. Even like the when he was doing those those kits that come in parts, the metal kits that come in parts. He was building those. I'd still go check those out just to see what he was up to and what he was going to tinker with those, and see what he was doing. But yeah, it was hey, what's going on, Brian? You still have those leftover kits from last auction, right? Time for round 2 of the auction. I'm not going to do another auction, Mike. That's done. That's just way too much work that I don't have the time to do. So the easiest thing, if we're going to do something, is just donations. I'll get a GoFundMe going or something, but I want to talk to his wife first to make sure, because I don't want to step on her toes or anything like that, and just give her money directly, because the auctions take way too long, way too much energy to put together. We don't have a form anymore. The form is gone, so I can't even post them up there. Facebook sucks because, everybody's always like, yeah, I'm going to come and help and this and that, and it never ends up happening. The small group that we have that we know came together for Boyd the first time, and most of the kits that were bought, I did meet some new people through that auction that were fans of Boyd and wanted to help out, but the majority of sales and donations were people from the HLI group. I would have loved to have met him. I wasn't in a great place in the beginning either, but SFMA was the first place that I felt like I could just hang and have fun. Yeah, I wasn't on his forum very much. I did sign up, but we had the HLI or Sci-Fi Fantasy forum or whatever we had going, and I was just telling Kenny and Kelly, like, he was doing something. I don't remember what he was going to do one night, and he was like, yo, dude, I'm going to do this at I think I was on 7 to 8, and I would sometimes go over, to like 8:30. He's like, I'm doing something Wednesday night or whatever night I was on. Might have been Saturday night. And he's like, I'm going to go on at 8 o'clock. Do you mind? I'm not stepping. I was like, dude, just go on. I'll get off, and, you're going to have more people come to you than I got coming to my show anyhow. So, he's always kind like that. Like, you're not stepping on my toes, dude. Yeah, your show's bigger than mine. You go do what you got to do. I'm gonna do my little show, and we'll all come over when we see the notification that you're on. So it was always a blast hanging out with Boyd and talking to the guys. That's where I hung out most when he had his live streams. And then that's where I met most of you guys, was on Boyd's live streams and talking in the chat and stuff like that. I know I met Jalen there, Chris, Spence, Omar, met a bunch of you guys on his stuff. So, and like I said, I can't thank him enough for always promoting Sci-Fi Fantasy and Hobby Link International. He was just a great dude. I would have loved to have him. Oh, I've read that one already. But yeah, that's it sucks. It sucks. I don't even know what to say. I wasn't expecting it. Like I said, the last time I talked to him, he was in such good spirits that, he was beating the cancer. He was feeling good. He had his first bout with pneumonia, and he beat that, and he was getting better. But like I was talking to Omar, his voice was really raspy and stuff. But he's like, that happens after his chemotherapy. He feels very weak. He gets raspy, and a couple days later, he's feeling better. So, and I think he only had 3 chemo treatments left. So it's just horrible. Yeah, I was in shock. Unfortunately, I put my phone on do not disturb mode when I go to bed at night. So even if Kelly had an emergency, she's not getting through to me. But Omar texted me at 1 o'clock this morning to let me know about Boyd, and I didn't know till I woke up and I saw the text, and waking up to that text was not a fun text to wake up to. Hey, what's going on, Shu? I first learned about HLI forum from live streams. I remember seeing a Goofy Guys channel with a giggling goblin. yeah, that's the kid was the giggling goblin, and like that. The Boyd pushed a lot. I remember talking to him too, and when he would drop a couple curses, like, I don't get it. I like your channel. You do good stuff on your channel. I don't get it. Why don't you have effing more subscribers? Like, don't worry about that, Boyd. We got enough subscribers on here. We're just having fun. We come to you for all the good information. If you want to see bad building, you come over to my channel, and you'll see some pretty bad building. Kelly says that's true. This is exactly what to say. Stories and memories of fun, friendships, mentorships, failures. The good memories help the bad things. Absolutely. It's always good to if you guys want to talk in the chat about good memories you had with Boyd with each other and stuff, go away. That's what it's about tonight, to remember Boyd, and we'll remember him, Oh, I'll remember Boyd forever. He was always so good to me. Like he was building the Space 1999. He built that big diorama of the base, and I ended up having some Space 1999 stuff here that I'll never use, and I don't like Space 1999. I didn't care for the show. It was quite boring to me. I never watched that one really, and the ships are, so I wasn't with it. So I was like, Boyd, I got these little figures, and he was so excited about the 3D printed figures. I was like, yeah, ship them. It's like, what do you want for them? Asking me, how much he wants to pay for them, and I was like, I just send it to you. You don't have to pay for anything. They'll go in the box. I'll pay the shipping, and they'll go off to you. So he was always good like that. I had other stuff I was going to send him, but I was holding on to it till he was ready. But unfortunately, now he's not gonna be ready. I'd say we add a Boyd build, but the form got flung and the Discord's been discarded by most. Yeah, nobody's on the Discord, and the form is gone. Let me just show. See, I met Shu. That's right, Shu. I met you over there. Boyd moved me to try lighting kits. Absolutely, Boyd helped me with definitely the lighting. No doubt about it. Always fun watching him do all the lighting and all that other good jazz with the kits, and it's amazing how he could pop those kits out, and they look beautiful. I wish I could do what he did, but I do my best. I remember Boyd building the 1/128 scale Seaview movie version, plus many more on both of his channels. Absolutely. Summer is a busy time. Summer is definitely a busy time, but like I was saying, that's why I was taking the summer off. I knew Boyd was coming back, so there was no problem with having you guys, telling you, hey, I'm taking the summer off, and go hang out with Boyd. Boyd's going to be back. You guys chill there. I'll be back on September 4th. This way we had places to hang out. Now with Boyd unfortunately passing, our guys, the HLR guys, which were mixed in with Boyd, we both had the same kind of fan base for our channels. So since Boyd, isn't going to be around anymore doing his thing, I'm not gonna. I don't want to leave you guys without a place to hang out and chit chat with each other on whatever night it may be. But I'm gonna bring back the show for the summer. This way we can hang out, talk. Remember Boyd, just talk about builds, talk about bull crap, talk about how Florida should not have won the Stanley Cup. That was crazy. But yeah, I'll try for Wednesday nights, but there's really not a lot of overtime now. But we'll hit Saturday nights as much as I can during the summer, as long as me and Kelly aren't busy doing something. So we'll have a place to hang out. Never saw Boyd laying wood for 8 hours. No. That's my gig, laying wood for 8 hours, and that, I think that's in the pantry, that diorama. But Boyd actually mentioned that diorama. He mentioned a lot of stuff. He always complimented my work when we talked, and it was always a great compliment coming from him. Even with the last one with the Green Lantern, he really liked that diorama. It was. Whoa, my lights are freaking out. I didn't even notice I left them like that. But yeah, he was definitely an inspiration. He is an idiot lighting off fireworks. He said he had mostly moved on to other model subjects because he ran out of Star Trek kits built. He was extremely prolific. He could build a model fast. He was no joke at how, and not only could he build them fast, he built them so well fast. If I built that fast, I could talk fast, Kelly, but if I built them that fast, they would be glue bombs all over the place. Boyd was a Polar Lights refit master. He made it look effortless. What's going on, James? I have not seen you in a long time, sir. I hope you're doing well. Said many times he was very gracious to respond and help. His work lives on. Yeah, his work will definitely live on. Don't bring the show back early. We're all adults, and half of us act like it. We'll survive until September. Oh, Chris. His paint work was incredible. I saw his model room in person, and his paint looked amazing. Yeah, even I wish I could have seen them in person, and you could tell, like, on video too, what a master he was at painting everything, and it just looked so freaking good. You just don't want to be wrong, Chris. Ain't no one that could crank out a 1350 TOS Enterprise like he could. I think it was pushing wow, he put out 40 of those things. Holy cow. That's what a lot of us were looking forward to. He was going to do the refit again on the channel, which I could have watched him build that refit over and over and over again. And you always learn something new from when he would put out his videos. Even though it was the same thing, you'd catch something different. Model shop, I don't have any experience with being wrong. Well, I am glad you're still here, James. It is very good to see you, sir. 50. Jeez, I haven't even built one. It's sitting up there. Boyd built over 50 TOS Enterprises. Boyd helped me so much. Hey, Joe. With paintwork. What's going on, Ken? Yeah, he was. I always enjoyed watching his paintwork, and you know, for a long time I was doing it, straining paint. I used to do body work too, straining paint like he did with the, even with our hobby paint straining stuff. And I got lazy. Got to start doing that again and listening to Boyd's advice instead of you know, getting lazy and not doing stuff. Yeah, I was definitely looking forward to Boyd's live streams again. I thought that would have been a lot of fun because he always had well over 100 people on his live streams, and the chat was always bustling, and a lot of people were talking, you know, personal stuff, model stuff. So I was looking forward to seeing a lot of the guys that after the live streams went away didn't come hang out with us, and I'm sure they would have been back. So that would have been cool to see everybody again. I was sorry he never got to do the big. Yeah, me too. That would have been awesome to see that. I'm sorry, my dogs are going crazy because some knuckleheads don't understand that today's July the 5th and not the 4th, and they need not blow off fireworks right now. If I could go out there with a bat and beat them all, I would. Hey, Ken, what's going on? Boyd was a super guy. He thought, yeah, he definitely, he definitely, like I said, the last time I spoke to him only a few weeks ago, he was telling me about the doctors. They were telling him, you know, he was in remission, and I forgot what treatment he was taking, that he was beating the cancer, and, you know, he did feel weak. He told me how much weight he lost, and he was putting weight back on, and he sounded in such high spirits and excited about everything coming up. It was great talking to him. I always got upset. Like, I wouldn't get upset on the phone with him, but if he called me after the treatment and he had his raspy voice from the treatment and stuff, it would always make me upset that you know, he had the cancer and it was going on with him. You know, it's like a lot of you guys, a lot of us don't deserve to get these things. There's monsters out there that deserve to get this shit and die, you know, but guys like Boyd and other guys that get cancer and pass away, or get cancer and survive, those are the guys, the good guys that shouldn't get it, and then we got idiots that walk the face of the earth that'll still be here, and we lose somebody good. Hey, Scott, I got your message. I'm sorry, I was working when you called, so I couldn't get to you. Yeah, fireworks are very evil with the dogs. Janie, it almost made the dogs fight yesterday because Janie's a little wired wrong, and she was shaking and stuff, so it's bad. Spencer Wolf, but if we watch one of his technique gets better on each one he did, is the secondary issue that she can get you. That was what. Yes, it's always the secondary stuff. It's always something else that catches you, which sucks, and it doesn't deserve to happen to the good people. It never does. I may be bad for saying that I wish death on bad people, but I would much rather have Boyd here with us, beating what he's going through, and you know, staying around. Same thing with Chris, and another one that I'm sure Katrina's not watching this, but we lost another modeler that used to hang out with us here, Steve from the Maker's Cave. He passed only I want to say 3 weeks ago, maybe. So the Maker's Cave is no longer with us. His channel, he did so many electronic things and stuff like that. So we lost Boyd, Steve, and I know a lot of you might not know him. If you're on Facebook, you do know Lou Carabat. He was big in IPMS. He was from Malta. he was just an awesome builder. So that was three of them in a month's time. Three very, very nice guys, and excellent at what they did. And then, I'm on Facebook, but I tried to keep off the main wall because that's just garbage. But I did catch a few other people in the modeling community that just recently passed that I didn't know. So unfortunately, we're losing. There's Katrina. Hey, Katrina. I'm very sorry. Very, very sorry. I didn't even think you'd be watching. Very, very sorry about your loss of Steve. Another great guy. Him and a bunch of you guys in here, when my dad passed away, jumped on stuff right away and sent me stuff. Steve sent me the P38, so now I'm gonna build the P38 in honor of my dad and Steve, because he was an awesome guy too. So we're just losing too many good people that should still be here with us, having fun, chit chatting, getting better, and all that other stuff. But it's just not the way of the world. Good guys, they say, good guys never win. I just keep thinking, when I think of Boyd, I always think back to when I first started watching him, and I started watching some before, and it's so much fun watching the progress. And it's kind of like we all started out with crappy videos, and there he is. You see Boyd's knees, you see the little table, and he's got, I don't remember which Star Trek kit he had on there, but it had the clear it was the very first video too, the clear triangle base that he was talking about. And he said he had no plans on building that one, and then things just progressed. Lou and I chatted about the Nimitz class carriers, kidded around for years with him about visiting him, Malta. Yeah, he's Lou was another phenomenal guy. He was an incredible builder, and he built everything too, like Boyd. He did just phenomenal ships, and then he was hired with ships, and he would do figures. And the last thing I was watching him build was cars. So we lost. Hey, John, what's going on? So we're losing the good guys. We're losing the good guys in the community that always make the community fun, make interesting videos, and make us laugh. Keep our minds off of things for even if it's 10 or 15 minutes of video that you can just lose yourself and not have to worry about nonsense out in the world. It's always a good thing. But Boyd will be remembered always. Now, with Boyd's channel, from what I understand, is how YouTube works, and Katrina, maybe with Steve's channel too. I don't know what you're going to do with Steve's channel, but how I understand it works, I got emails about certain Gmail accounts I have, which they say are associated, of course, with YouTube and any other Google stuff. Anything inactive for a year, they start shutting down. So with Boyd's thing, we may just have to comment on videos to keep it alive, or if his wife or son or somebody could just get on there every 6 months and just put something on the community to keep his channel alive. This way we don't lose all of Boyd's or Steve's content, because there was really, really good content on both of those channels. So we don't want to lose anything. And it's also awesome to go back. Unfortunately, they're gone, and it gives us a way to see them again. And even though they're gone, you get to see their smile or their laugh, or hear something that, like like Chris in here. Chris loves to make fun of me. If Chris, I'm not wishing death on you, but say something happened to Chris and Chris wasn't here, I can go back to my live streams and read the nonsense that he says about me, or I could go back to his videos where he's making fun of me and Joe. He's got his gloves on, and he's got the meme of me with a board up in front of my face. So YouTube is a great way to memorialize somebody, and it kind of sucks. I kind of wish they had, I don't know if they do, like Facebook, if somebody does pass away, you can leave, you can set something up on there where if you pass away, somebody can control the channel. I have mine set up so my son can get in and do whatever he wants with my Facebook. I wish they had something like that on YouTube, so a family member or somebody that the person designates can make sure the channel is there, it's kept up and running, and stuff like that. I never did any of that. This is true. Boyd inspired me to one day build the 1/350 scale TOS Enterprise, and I'm looking forward to that day, and I will always remember he was a master when it came. Yeah, one day I'm definitely going to build those, and just because of Boyd, that's and I'll go back and watch his videos and try my best to make it look good. Steve was the Maker's Cave, John. So he was in here. he was in here a bunch. You know, when he could, he'd make it in here. Unfortunately, Steve always made it towards like the last 15 minutes of the show. But Steve was here. He was on the forum when we had the forum. And again, I apologize. The forums are gone. But unfortunately, the usage of the forum was just dead. It was pretty non-existent. And unfortunately, too, with the I moved it over to Facebook, but it looks like the group builds are going to die out along with it because not many people, know about, well, plenty of people know about the Facebook group, but the people on Facebook group don't build for the group build, so those are probably going to die out. Yeah, it's been not a fun month. Definitely not a fun month for losing people. And Chris is my hero. Chris is definitely my hero. So I don't want to lose any of this because that's another thing I'm going to miss. Usually, Boyd. And it was funny because at one point, and this has to be 5, 6, 7 years ago. At one point, it's funny. Kenny May, myself, and Boyd, we all had Halloween group builds going at the same time. And, it didn't matter which one you threw it into or anything as long as everybody was building. And we were cross-building into other ones. But Boyd usually put, as long as he could, he put a build into the Halloween group build just to get something in there. And he was always trying to get something into the builds if he could, just to help the group build along and have more content for you guys. So Kenny C is not. I am nobody's hero. That I am not. I am nobody's hero whatsoever. Boyd was my hero at model making. No doubt about that. He was excellent at his craft, and I cannot say how many. Enough times about how nice Boyd is and what a good guy he was, and he would take the time to talk to you and stuff, and he'd explain things over and over again without a problem, where like you'll see on as Dirk calls it and Spence calls it, farce book, you'll have the professional paid modelers that are nowhere near the level as a person that Boyd is. They're really good modelers, but they'll just get annoyed with guys asking the same thing. And I've seen one of these professionals tell somebody who was tired of answering something and Google it. Boyd would never do that. He'd explain it to you over and over and over and make sure you understood and got it. And if you messed up and you needed more information, he would give you the information. And he was great like that. He was definitely awesome like that, and every other way you could think of. So I wish I could get the show going that Boyd wanted to do, because it was going to be a big sci-fi show. You got Wonderfest, which is a lot of busts and sci-fi, and looking at the pictures, it's a lot of different stuff over there. But the show we were doing was kind of dedicated to all sci-fi. So he wanted it was going to be a small show at first. Omar was involved, I was involved, Spence was involved. Joe Hudson, who popped in here, was involved. Not saying nothing, James. It wasn't him though. It wasn't him. It was somebody else. I actually get along with Simon. Yeah, he had. He was so excited about that show too, and we were making plans. I think Scott Hall was helping out, because Scott does that's Modeler X in here, does stuff like that for events. I'm pretty sure it was Scott. So we were getting that all situated, and unfortunately at the last minute it fell through. And then he was like, I don't know when we'll do it. I said, whenever. We don't have to do it in 2025. We can do it in 2026 when you're healthy, and we'll do that. Boyd always helped people because he considered himself to just one of us. That's just the kind of guy he was. Yeah, he was just one of us. He was definitely just one of the guys. Even the time Boyd talked to me, I learned from Kenny. Yep. Yes, indeed, Brian. I was looking forward to going to Texas to meet Boyd and have some fun. Indeed, Spence. That would have been a fun road trip, because if we were doing the Texas thing, I probably would have been driving, and I would have taken 2 weeks off, pick up Spence early, and then drive down to Texas. But unfortunately not. I'm just going to end up saying the same things about Boyd, what a great guy he was. And how much I'm gonna miss him and miss, the random text. I'd be up in my bucket truck and he'd text me, hey, you got a minute to talk? And I always, didn't matter what I was doing on the job, where I was or anything like that, as I always got a minute for Boyd to talk. So our work shirts have pockets in them. So if I was up in the bucket or I'm splicing fiber or something, I'd throw Boyd in the pocket and sit there and talk to him. So it was always, and it was always random. And there's like certain people will always call the same time of the day or text the same time of the day. It's like, yo, dude, I got to talk to you about something. Okay, no problem. Just give me a shout, Boyd, and call anytime. What's going on, Chuck? Good to see you, sir. Yeah, so that's why I'm on tonight, just to remember Boyd and, sitting here and read what you guys got to say about Boyd, because I'm sure you guys got plenty of memories and stuff like that. Not enough good words to say about the man. I just feel so sorry for, his wife and kid and stuff like that. Boyd, quite simply, was real indeed. You all can still come on down. We can come and visit you, Bob. Indeed. I should come around at Christmas time, because I want to see your 27,000 Christmas trees that you put up. Yes, that would be that would be cool. He was real. He was just one of us. His channel, he loved his channel. He loved what he did, but that, being YouTube famous or anything like that wasn't his goal. He was just here to hang with us and have a good time and be one of the boys. And he knew I wasn't a car guy, but we talked about cars and stuff like that when he called, which was cool. I learned some stuff about cars from Boyd. Rest in peace to Boyd. I learned everything I know about lighting models from him. I'll miss him. Yeah, he's gonna be missed a lot. I got started model because of Boyd. Yeah, a lot of us did. A lot of us came back to the hobby or restarted the hobby just because of Boyd. I seen a lot of posts on Facebook today about people saying that they caught his channel, started watching him, fell back in love with model building, and after years and years and years of not building, they started to build again, which is awesome. And now that's a great effect to have on people. You didn't even you just made a video and you brought them back to something they loved and you brought them together, and that's just great. City is Boyd. You all should still make a road trip. I got to get to Texas. It's one of the states I've never been to, but I would like to visit Texas. I definitely would like to visit down there, except that you got to watch out. I seen Texas had like 4 shark attacks over the holiday, which is crazy. They just caught a great white shark, baby great white female, off the coast here and let her go. Take care, Matt. It was good seeing you, my friend. Yes, Bob. Bob, you lived close to Boyd? Or did you move close to Boyd? Because I know you recently moved. And it was funny too with Joe. Boyd put me onto, because I was talking about Jeepers Creepers, and Boyd would show up sometimes in the chat. He'd watch a lot. He'd watch the next day, and he'd call me about it. But we were talking about Jeepers Creepers, and I wish I could find the truck for it. And after he watched it, the rerun of the show, he called me up immediately. He didn't even text. He called me, yo, dude, this is the place you can get the 3D print of the Jeepers Creepers truck. And he actually, if you watched it, you might have missed it. He 3D printed that out himself, the Jeepers Creepers truck, and he painted that up. So I was like, oh man, now I got to get that one. So he was always on top of stuff. What's going on, Sluggo? Yeah, it's unfortunate that Boyd is gone. I was just saying that a while ago, that the wrong people go, and unfortunately the people that should be going are still here with us. I call Boyd an icon. I don't know if Boyd would want to be called an icon. He definitely is. He's the community, man. That guy was the community. Still is, because otherwise you guys wouldn't be here. We're all gonna remember him for what he did. But he was I want to say a gentle guy, I guess. But he wouldn't. I don't want to say embarrassed, but not that he wouldn't like it. He'd be very appreciative of being called an icon, but he would tell you, Brian, I'm just a normal guy like you, building models, having fun. It's all about the hobby and you know, sharing what we know and learning and this and that. But he's definitely tops with me. I used to live around the corner from him. Get the hell out of here. Now you live far away. Now you live far. We got to come and see. We got to go down to Bob and steal his Christmas tree stuff. Now, I'm just reading the comments to see if see what you guys are saying and stuff like that. Just chat away, guys. You know, you don't got to sit there quiet. If you're in here, don't be embarrassed to chat and say hello. All the guys are, you know, because we got 27 people here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys chatting. If you're sitting here watching and you got memories of Boyd, don't be embarrassed. Throw them up in there. Every single dude in here is cool. And guy and girl in here is cool. Nobody's gonna say anything bad or anything like that. We're all just remembering Boyd. And I got the hiccups. And listening to the fireworks outside. Bob does have wonderful hair. Indeed he does. I thought I had a bunch of Boyd's. I did have them for the auction, but I don't know what happened. I had a bunch of Boyd's pictures that I was going to put up tonight of a lot of his builds, but I don't know where they are in what folder. I name things stupidly, so I have trouble finding things, but he just did amazing builds, and he built everything, man. Planes, spaceships, cars, you name it, he built it. Scratch built, and it's. I wish I had the talent he did with starships. Mine are not great at all. I'm still glad I have hair. I got hair too. It's a good deal. So like I was saying before, for people just coming in here now, everybody knew I was taking the summer off until September 4th, because I was able to, with us having a place again to hang out with Boyd and chit chat, but that's being gone, and seeing that Chris is commenting on something. I'm going to try to get on as much as I can during the summer. This way we can hang out, chat, and talk about some modeling stuff, and still remember the guys that we lost way too early. I was looking forward to seeing the one. Me too. That we were talking about that before too. That he made the special channel for the Titanic, and I was really looking forward to that one, because my Titanic is sitting right there, and I was going to wait for Boyd to build his so I can watch what he did and copy him. Yeah, I wish I could have got one of his builds. Also rebuilt a full-size Christine too. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. What did Chris say? They're not talking about your hairy back shit. How would you know he has a hairy back, Chris? I think Chris is quagmiring it through the blinds again. So anybody that's in here, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what would be my all-time favorite build by Boyd, if I can have it. You know, he built it and I can have it. I would probably say, I mean, he built so many cool things. I would have to say the 1/350 scale Yamato from Star Blazers. I think out of all his builds, I would want that one the most. He really did a cool job on that one. I would love to have that up on the shelf. You only spy on Jalen. I remember Boyd did that one with the Peoples, did the 1979 Enterprise. Yes. Yeah, I don't finish mine, James. I'm trying to finish things now. I'm doing smaller builds. This way I can finish things. I'm actually still working on the Krampus 3D print. I gotta do some more painting on that tonight, and hopefully can get more done on that this weekend. You know, and do some work. And think of Boyd. My blinds are closed. You know, Jalen, that Chris will find a way. I wouldn't doubt he has little cameras in your apartment, Jalen. I take his Grissom build. It'd be kind of cool for the lighting board that like, made a big circle. Like to have made a big circle. He used our lighting board in there, the Grissom. He did a nice job on the Grissom. Hey, George. Yes, definitely an end of an era. Took me 2 years to... It's raining again. I'd go with Quinch Truck as one of my... Quinch Truck is... You know what I liked about Quinch Truck is he did the sign behind it, too. That one I know Kelly liked a lot. At 10,000 subs. I stopped building models for years till I found Boyd's channel back in 2015. Got me back into the hobby. My favorite of Boyd's builds is the Refit Enterprise. Yeah, it's hard to pick one, but I definitely Refit is in the top for me. Quinch Truck, I would have to say, is number 2. That was a cool, scratch build certain parts on that, and being that I've seen Jaws a ton of times just because of Kelly, that one is definitely up there. Yeah, that's. I'm trying to think what else. What was the plane? What was the plane that he built? Oh, damn. He had it. I'm sure you guys seen the picture. He had it on the wall. The wings were out this way. It's a silver plane. I don't. He did a good job on that. He did. He did the diorama of the crash plane. It's a famous crash plane. There's just so many. The Nautilus, the big ass Nautilus. The sea views, a lot of Star Trek stuff, lots of Star Trek stuff. Yeah, there's just too many to name. The dual pair he did is one of my favorites. Yeah, it's just the lucky thing. It sucks that he's gone, but the lucky thing now is that we still can go back and see him and watch our favorite videos of him, and can't interact, unfortunately. Hopefully he's listening, watching, and hanging out with us right now. I would love to have his Enterprise from the motion picture painted in translucence. Yes, I think it was the B30. That might be it, George. That one was a nice one. I like that one too. I mean, there was really nothing that I didn't like of Boyd's. The only thing that I didn't like, and it wasn't even Boyd's work, was those parts kits that he was doing, and I think those were sent over to him by Fan Home or whatever company it is. Those I'm not a fan of because he did, he was doing little bits to it, but I like to watch Boyd work, and it was always fun on his live streams watching him do stuff. I like to watch him work because that's where I learned stuff. When he was doing, like I said, the parts kits, those it's fun watching him and listening to him, but we're not getting to see Boyd do Boyd's thing, which is always an amazing job. That plane inspired my wrecked X-Wing build. That's right, Bob. I remember that. You did that because of the plane. He built the Memphis Belle and the B-36. Boyd built the C-57D and was my favorite. The C-57D is definitely a nice one. He built the B-36 that crashed, B-17, and the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie was the big white one, right? If I'm correct, the one with the really long neck. Kating is one of my favorite designs, and he showed you how to mask with painter's tape and craft paint. Yeah, painter's tape is always fun. The XB70 was an awesome build of Boyd's. I mean, I don't think there's a build out there that we can actually say was bad of Boyd's. And he always and he was honest too when he did his builds. If something was messed up with the kit, he would show you, this is messed up. This is how I got around that part, and I did this instead of like your friend. Kenny Conklin here, who, no, Chris, I did not melt the plane on purpose. That was actually a nice kit. Goes on rants about how shitty certain kits are, and then things don't fit, so I stopped building it. And there's some kind of Chevy I built underneath the table over here that's got to get sunk in resin one day. So yeah, Boyd would push through, get it done, and tell you, I scratch built this, I cut this off the body of the car to make this fit and that, Me, I get so frustrated. I take a hammer to a lot of stuff. I wish I had the patience that he did with a lot of these kits, especially the car kits. I think that's why I don't like building cars, because of how crappy most car kits are. It's just, I don't understand. The car guys love their cars, but I don't know how they push through those builds. There's some good car kits out there, but I don't know how they push through the builds on some of those AMTs and MPCs and stuff like that. I give you guys credit. I couldn't do it. That's what makes you Kenny. That's right. I rant and get angry. I remember even turning into the Lost in Space build that I had no interest in, but after watching the to-do list, the man just inspired, period. Absolutely. Totally agree, James. Totally a huge inspiration. I definitely watched a lot of builds, like the car builds. Totally not into cars. But I still watched them because I knew I could learn something. I might not build a car, but a paint technique or a decal technique or what he used to scratch build something. I definitely learned stuff from things that I don't like to build. And I was like, I could do that on this or this and this. So definitely you can learn lots of stuff from just watching him. But the Lost in Space stuff is cool. I have 2 big seafoots in my chest, and I don't have a car sander. Car sanders are they're not that expensive. They're not that bad, Ken. Wasn't it Tupolov? I can't say that. Or something that hyperson. See, you got me trying the Russian words again. I think you're right, Jalen. It's like that Ekronana plan, whatever the hell that thing is. I still can't say that one. But yeah, get the car sanders. Car sanders aren't that bad. You don't have to get a professional orbiting. I think he used an orbital on that. I got my car sanders somewhere. I got my car stuff somewhere. I got my my spray guns and stuff. I used to work at Cadillac at one point, so that was, I don't like cars, but I do like painting. So I worked at Cadillac. I worked at body shops in the city. Body shops were, guys that knew how to do body work in a garage where it was all off the books. Running over to the junkyard to get parts or ordering the parts. But yeah, I worked on cars, and the sand, it doesn't have to be a crazy plant. There we go. I still can't say it, man. Jalen, stop. I'm gonna have nightmares about that plane. Yeah, it's sad. And tried not to break down and cry during the show. I'm trying my hardest. I did cry today when I saw the text. I was in disbelief when I saw the text from Omar this morning, but it really hit me as real when his wife texted me. That's when it really hit. So that's when I cried in my truck at work, knowing that Boyd was really V'ger, really gone. Say it with me, reliant. Yeah, reliant. Big old lie. Oh, jeez Louise. Voyager, my favorite ship. Voyager's my favorite ship. I love Voyager. Actually, I was reading something about Star Trek ships, and they actually said Voyager was the best ship. Now I got to find that article again and send it to Chris. Otherwise, it's going to say I'm lying. But yeah, that's when it hit me this morning. I'm it's not a text you want to save, but I will never till this phone dies and goes away. I won't get rid of this text from his wife. It's just, it's just from his family, so I won't get rid of that. I'm definitely gonna miss the man a lot. I'm gonna miss the random text and the random phone calls and just the talking about the hobby. I don't think I was actually just thinking that in my head, and I don't think Boyd ever built the Voyager. I think Boyd's had enough taste to never build the Voyager. I don't think he's ever built Voyager. Would have been nice to see him build the Voyager, because I guarantee he would have put servos in the nacelles and had those suckers go up and down. I guarantee he would have done that and lit them up nicely. I know Steve Neal built the Voyager. I watched Steve build that. It was Steve Neal that I caught first, and that's when, you know, YouTube would give you still recommendations, and that's when Boyd popped up, and that's how I found Boyd, by starting to watch Steve Neal. And I found Boyd quickly through that, and it was fun, you know. It was fun watching them getting on when they had the Google Plus or G Plus communities, getting on there. Car kits. Boyd built an old Model A kit and did an incredible job. He built it in like 2 days. I loved all of them. And like you're saying, with the old car kits, he wouldn't smash them up. He would barrel through those and make them look beautiful. He would make them look beautiful. And I don't know how he pulled it off. Enough taste to never build a Voyager from a guy who built an Enterprise B. There's nothing wrong with Voyager. It was the Valkyrie I was thinking of. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Voyager. Voyager's a beautiful, beautiful ship. Indeed it is. I fully love Voyager. No doubt about it. Oh, man. What a sad day. What a sad frickin' day. I just don't even know what to say anymore. Boyd's YouTube channel was created in 2011. So he's been around, it's 2024, 13 years. 13 years. I'm trying to think. Boyd pretty much, I know I came after Boyd. I think I started mine in 2012 because I was watching those guys, and I was like, screw it. I'm gonna get on here and do it. My first video was just absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. See, I don't even remember when I got on here. I know I got on here because of Boyd and Steve Neal. I started a channel, and it's funny because like me, I got on May of 2012. I know me and Augie Gonzalez, Interstellar Modeler, we started our channels around the same time, and that's how I got to meet Augie. And it's funny because Augie, Interstellar Modeler, would message me about how I did this and that. I was like, dude, you're a better builder than I am, and you're messaging me? It's crazy. I first started watching his channel not long after it started, but it took a while before I got comfortable enough to join a community. Yeah, I was always, like I said, you know, I'm not impressed with movie stars or actors or singers or anything like that. Those are regular people to me. With talking to Boyd, I was nervous. Boyd was like a movie star to me. It's like, oh man, this guy, I don't know what to say and stuff. So it made me nervous talking to him. And finally, he broke me. He's the one that broke me out of shell, just talking in his live chat, and him thanking me for coming to the live chat and introducing me to all you guys. So he helped me break out of being a little bit nervous about talking to everybody in the chats and doing my own videos and stuff like that. He was very, very supportive of all that stuff. Like I said, and he watched. I couldn't believe, you know, here's Boyd Crompton doing all this crazy stuff with his builds, beautiful builds, and here he is watching my crappy channel and yellowish videos from the lighting and stuff on the Kazon torpedo. So it was always cool to have him stop by and comment on videos and make me feel comfortable doing what I'm doing. Hello, Kelly. Yes, it's a huge loss to you know, a lot of friends, but especially to his family. That man loved his family. Boyd had 869 videos on his channel. I got him beat on. He got a lot of videos, which, like I was saying, we gotta with Boyd's channel, we gotta make sure we stop by. If there's videos you haven't liked, you know, don't do it all at once, but we gotta keep his content active, you know, with comments, thumbs up, stuff like that. We don't want, you know, Google to take away our memories of Boyd. So we got to make sure we do the right thing and keep him up there. My first video was Halloween 2013, 1/1000 scale pilot Enterprise FM7. SFMA community, including Boyd, convinced me to do it. Yeah, he was good at convincing. Yeah, and he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't push you in a hard way, but he was very good at convincing you can do it. I got faith in you and all that other good stuff. So he was excellent at making you feel comfortable with doing stuff. And then look at that, Spence. You got to polish craft paint to a high shine, which you got to make a video of and teach us all how to do that. He was a sweet soul, so we just carry on his legacy by building and meeting. Yes, he was the sweetest dude. He was, man. He probably saw the turkey on your head and realized you need a lot of help. I forgot about the turkey. Very sad day. The loss of indeed it is, Sean. Indeed it is. Not a fun day. His Halloween shows were great. Oh, I loved when he would come out as Dracula. Oh, that was so funny. And he would do the voice and all that other stuff. I can't do that. That I can't do. No, not me. Boyd could though. He enjoyed Halloween. That was his, was definitely his favorite holiday, and he did it up for the Halloween show. Had a great slideshow with a lot of great builds. It's gonna miss those. Definitely gonna miss those. I don't need to get dressed up. I'm ugly enough for Halloween. But yeah, we got to make sure we keep his channel going somehow, some way. I want to be able to just, if I'm not doing anything, even I do it with a lot of videos, a lot of channels. I'll be building something, and sometimes I'll just put on the computer somebody's video so I can listen to what they're saying, kind of like an old radio show. Just listen to them. And Dracula was the best. Dracula indeed was the best. See, now I'm gonna have to go find one of the old Halloween shows and rewatch that. And we're not too far off. We're not too far off from Halloween at all. So it's just hard. I was definitely not expecting the news. And then I feel bad because we talked and he was, like I said, in high spirits, sounded good and everything. I'm like, all right, he's doing great. So I'll check up on him in a couple weeks, and a couple weeks was too late. It was just too late. So unfortunately, you never know. It's even with friends and family. We're always like, I'll check up in a week or two, and sometimes that week or two is just wasn't enough, and that's where I made a mistake in not checking up on him. And knowing that he was, like I said, in such high spirits and so excited, telling me. I always, as soon as I got off the phone, I would always tell Kelly what we were talking about. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, I came on tonight just because couldn't, and I'm not doing any, memorial group build or anything like that. We just need to remember Boyd, talk about Boyd. I won't do a memorial group build, but at some point I might do a build in honor of Boyd or something like that. What did Spence post? Let me click this link. I'm scared to click this link. All right, if you want a good laugh on a sad day, click the link that Spencer put up there. So if you need you need a good laugh, just click that link. Oh God, Spence, thanks a lot. No, we can't know, but it's so bad that we as humans always put something off, and then we're like, damn, I was too late. But like I said, it was so good to hear him talking about what his doctors were saying, and that he, like I was talking at the beginning of the show, that he was putting weight back on because the man lost a lot of weight, and that's why he really wasn't on camera. He didn't, and that's the thing too. He didn't want anybody to feel sorry for him. He was a strong man, and not that we would feel sorry for him. We loved him. Everybody loved him, and we'd be encouraging. And to tell you the truth, I don't know if he ever got to say it to you guys, but he was telling me that how much he loved all the support that he got from everybody during his GoFundMe and the auction that we did for him. He said all that love and support and comments and people just sending, their best wishes to him. He said that really helped him pull through a lot. He's not a big religious guy or anything, but I guess karma, or whatever you want to call it. And he was very grateful to everybody for everything they did for him, and these, some of them are private conversations. He was telling me that, he was a little embarrassed to ask for help, and I was like, don't be embarrassed, man. You never ask anybody for help. And look, you get on here on YouTube for free. You don't ask for anything. You spend your time and energy teaching us what to do. So don't be embarrassed, and nobody's gonna ridicule you or anything like that. Everybody loves you, and we want to help you and your family in your time of need, because we know absolutely if something was going down with us, Boyd would do anything in his power to help anyone that he could possibly help. So that's the old turkey hat. I wish I was drinking for that. That would have been an interesting a live stream if I was drunk with the turkey hat on. Thanks for the video. Boy, I've got to post some of my builds on HLI. HLI site is gone, Sluggo. The main site and the forum are gone. We shut them down because nobody was using them. So there's, I would love, believe me, the main site I really wouldn't care about bringing back that much because it was very, very rarely used. I would love to have a forum, but, so many times people say, and we have our Discord that Spence put up. We do have a Discord. So many times people say, we're going to come use the forum. We're going to be on there and stuff, and they never show up. So, like Tommy puts a lot of effort into getting the servers up. The guys that do use it put a lot of effort into trying to make sure that they post stuff up there. So it became more of a headache than something happy and fun that we all could have used. And I begged people for years and years and years to use the forum, and it was always the same group of guys that used the forum, no matter how many people said they were going to use it. Even Boyd shut down his forum, one, because of stupid laws that were coming out, plus two, I was on his forum. The forums, unfortunately, are dying. We need social media to die off, like completely frickin' die off for any forums or anything to come back. What's up, Kel?
Do you want a hamburger and a hot dog, or just a hamburger?
A Peter Luger hamburger?
I put on the grill, and as soon as I put the grill on,
it started to rain.
Now it stopped, but I ain't going out there again. So I'm just
I guess a hot dog and a Peter Luger burger. Peter Luger burger would be good, thank you. With cheese on it, please.
put that nasty shish kebab in there. I wanted it.
Oh, the garlicky one?
Yeah.
We got to make our own shish kebabs, because you can make a better shish kebab than they do, and there was only 2 in a pack. You can make nice marinade and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yes, Kelly was very upset when I gave her the news too. You would be very, very happy with what? A new forum? A new forum? Yeah, but that was the reason. The main site was the main site. The biggest thing that was used, and Paul is keeping that, was nobody. And I felt bad because I posted up everybody's builds, and they would only get like 10 or 12 hits. The biggest thing that people looked at was the new releases, which on the shop, Paul put up a blog, so you'll be able to see new releases. Believe me, I would love nothing more than to have a forum, or how everybody loves their social media stuff. Go back to the scrolling wall one, just some place to have. Discord hasn't been doing, like, people joined up, but it's not really being used. So that's, it's the same guys using, the same 3 guys using. I don't see anything new here. Yeah, Chris is the only one posting up his stuff. So one guy is posting, and if nobody's using that, I'm going to shut that down too. It's just, we try to do things for the community, and they're not used. So I'll just end up sticking to YouTube and doing videos and stuff like that. Unfortunately, Boyd upgraded to newer form with better security, but it wasn't able to take off. 2015 onward, just been rough for anything not big. It has been. It has been that and social media to die. Yes, social media to die. Says she wants a new form back. He's like, screw Discord. I want a new form back. I remember when Boyd would do a build like the Katinga, then everyone would do that build. Somebody called it the Boyd Factor. So it was the Boyd Factor. You do use it, Chris. That's what I just said. What's going on, Dan the man? You're the only one posting builds right now. It's I gotta I haven't been taking pictures of my stuff. I gotta actually take some pictures of my stuff. Tips just shut down last month. Another form gone. Another form. They're just shutting down. They're shutting down left and right, and it is because of social media. Social media needs to die. But, that's the place where the wackadoos go to post all their crazy nonsense. I use social media for two things: to try to promote the hobby and promote Hobby Link International. Those are the two things, and promote our new line of business. I guess if Chris is using it, I should too. I just got the Denavi class runabout to build for Boyd. Sweet. If you shut down the Discord, I'm going to rage on your video like Dirk did. I should shut it down on purpose, or make believe I shut it down. Like somehow make it invisible to you just for a day, so you just rage. Yeah, these days when someone says community, it means Discord more and more. This is true. How's Boyd's family? I'm not sure. His wife just texted me once today, so I haven't really seen or heard. So if I get any information, I'll let you know. Like I said, I'm not going to text her tonight. I really don't want to bother her tonight, but I'll text. I don't have her number. She's actually using Boyd's phone to text me. I will text her tomorrow to see if she needs any type of help with funeral. Getting money towards the funeral arrangements and stuff like that. If she does, I'll get back on here. We'll start a GoFundMe. Somebody had mentioned doing the auction again. We're not going to do the auction because that's just way too much. It's easier if we just donate cash to help her out with the funeral expenses. I haven't really been building anything to post. I need to get on that. Summer's slow. I pay to see that. Summer's very slow for building. Everybody, that's why, you got family things to do, work things I'm sure to do, and not work, but work around the house and stuff. Everybody's got stuff to do. They try to get it done during the summer. So summer's definitely a slow time for the hobby. But Boyd was amazing with lighting and sound effects on his build. Absolutely. I definitely, when I do one of these bigger ships, I will be watching. They call me Glacial, just to try to mimic some of the things he does. I'll never do it perfectly like he did, but I will try to mimic it and do the best I can to follow along with what Boyd did. How old was Boyd? He wasn't that old. I think, if I remember right, he was only 10 years older than me. I think he was 62. I don't hold me to that, but I know he was early 60s. I'm pretty sure he was 10 years older than me. So I'll be 52 next month. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he was 62. He was definitely too young to go. Way too young to go. So, but boys and girls, thank you very much for hanging out and remembering Boyd tonight. We'll never forget him. I'm sure the live shows will be talking about Boyd as much as we can. Kelly's making me dinner at 9 o'clock now. Peter Lugerberger and a hot dog. Boyd's going to be sorely missed. I wish it wasn't the case that he was gone. I wish I could bring him back, but unfortunately I can't. So we'll just have to keep him in our memories. Keep talking about him. Keep going to his channel, making sure that doesn't disappear. And if you do a YouTube channel and you do something that you're building in tribute to Boyd, just put it in the details, the title, the comment, the description. This way other people can find it and check out what you're building. What is it, Peter Lugerberger? Peter Luger's a restaurant up here. It's a pretty famous restaurant in Queens. So it's It's just burgers made by them. I forgot what's in it. Peter Luger sauce and some other crap. Missed but not forgotten. 56 here. Take care, everyone. Raised a glass for Boyd, guys. Time to cry in my bourbon. See you all soon. Take care, James. It was awesome to see you. Again, I haven't seen you in a long time, so thank you very much for stopping by. Yes, and Boyd is definitely watching out for all of us, and I'm glad I did not cry through the show. I will cry after the show. I try to keep it together for you guys tonight. So until next time, guys, I will hop on here during the summer, like I said before, because Boyd was going to do his thing. That's why I was taking a step back for the summer, plus family stuff, more family stuff. But we'll try to get on here a few times so we can hang out and do what we got to do. Hey, Jeff, you jumped on right at the end while I'm getting off. So thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I will see you guys out there soon. And, again, my condolences to Boyd's family and his friends. We lost a great man yesterday. So I will see you all soon. Thanks for stopping by tonight, and thanks for all of the comments in here about Boyd. It was fun to see. So we'll see you all soon. Have a great night, everybody. Take care, and bye-bye.